Your doctor told you you're fine. Your labs came back normal. Your colonoscopy, clear. But you're still bloated after every meal. You're exhausted by 2 p.m. Your brain feels like it's running through wet cement. And your skin keeps breaking out no matter what you try. Here's the truth nobody is telling you. The problem might not be in your gut. It might be what your gut is doing or not doing to the rest of your body. And right now, there is a growing body of peer-reviewed research from institutions like Harvard Medical School and the NIH suggesting that a compromised intestinal barrier, what researchers call increased intestinal permeability, and what you may have heard called leaky gut, could be one of the most overlooked root causes of chronic inflammation in America today. Think about that. Not a disease, not a diagnosis on a lab form, a breakdown of your body's most sophisticated firewall happening silently right now. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 warning signs most people completely miss, and then I'm going to walk you through the exact protocol you can start supporting your gut barrier with tomorrow morning. Not next month, tomorrow. But first, let me bust a myth that's costing millions of Americans their health. Most people think gut problems equal digestive problems. They are completely wrong. The gut is not just a tube that processes your Chipotle order. It is the command center of your immune system, roughly 70% of it, according to research from the NIH. It produces about 90% of your body's serotonin. It communicates directly with your brain through a 500 million neuron superhighway called the vagus nerve. So when that barrier breaks down, nothing stays local. The chaos spreads everywhere. So what are the warning signs? I'll give you all 3 in a second, but I need you to understand why this is happening first, because the root cause will completely change how you approach the solution. Here's where the science gets fascinating. Your gut lining is a single cell layer thick, one cell. That's the only thing standing between everything you eat, the food, the bacteria, the toxins, and your bloodstream. These cells are held together by structures called tight junctions. Think of them like the interlocking fingers of 2 hands. When they're working, nothing gets through that shouldn't. When they loosen, it's like those fingers start to uncurl. Think of it this way. Imagine your gut lining as a Ring doorbell system protecting your whole house. Every visitor, every food particle, every bacterium gets screened at the door. Tight junctions are the facial recognition software. When the system works perfectly, only approved visitors get in. But when the software glitches, random strangers are walking through your front door. And your immune system, your security team inside the house, goes absolutely ballistic, trying to handle all of them at once. Now, here's what the standard American diet, the SAD, and yes, that acronym is very intentional, does to this system. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients found that ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and seed oils can significantly disrupt the tight junction proteins, specifically occludin and claudin, that hold your gut barrier together. Meanwhile, research from Stanford's Human Food Project confirms that the average American's microbiome has lost around 30% of its ancestral microbial diversity over the last century. Less diversity, weaker barrier, more inflammation. That's the chain. And add to that, chronic stress elevates cortisol, which directly impairs tight junction function. Sleep deprivation. And the CDC reports that 1 in 3 Americans is chronically sleep deprived, compounds this further. Even low-grade chronic alcohol use has been shown to increase intestinal permeability in peer-reviewed models. The modern American lifestyle, in other words, was basically engineered to dismantle your gut barrier. Now, the 3 warning signs. Warning sign number 1, the food reactivity spiral. You notice that foods you used to eat fine are now causing bloating, brain fog, or fatigue. Maybe gluten, maybe dairy, maybe even random things like garlic or onions. Here's why this happens. When partially digested food proteins, specifically large peptides, slip through a compromised barrier into your bloodstream, your immune system flags them as foreign invaders and creates antibodies. The next time you eat that food, your immune system responds. It's not an allergy in the traditional sense, it's more of an immune activation. Think of it like a Los Angeles freeway at rush hour. Normally, traffic flows smoothly, but now imagine a highway collapse. Cars are spilling onto neighborhood streets. Your immune system is like the neighborhood trying to handle all that redirected traffic. It wasn't built for it. It gets overwhelmed. And every new car, every new food protein starts looking like a threat. Warning sign number two, the chronic skin connection. Persistent acne, eczema, rosacea, or psoriasis that doesn't respond to topical treatments. Groundbreaking research from the Journal of the Anatomy of Dermatology has explored what researchers are calling the gut-skin axis, a direct communication pathway between your microbiome and your skin's inflammatory response. When the gut barrier is compromised, inflammatory molecules called lipopolysaccharides can enter systemic circulation and trigger skin inflammation from the inside out. You can put every cream in the world on your skin, but if the fire is starting in your gut, you're just treating the smoke. Warning sign number three, the brain fog and mood crash. This one surprises people. If you're experiencing anxiety, low mood, difficulty concentrating, or that crushing mid-afternoon crash, your gut may deserve some serious investigation. Remember that 90% serotonin number? A substantial portion of your neurotransmitter production happens in your enteric nervous system, your gut. And a 2019 review in the journal Frontiers in Psychiatry found associations between increased intestinal permeability and mood disorders, suggesting that gut-derived inflammatory signals can cross the blood-brain barrier and affect cognitive function. Think of it this way. Your gut and brain are on the same network. When the gut gets flooded with inflammatory signals, it's like a massive corrupted software update pushing through the system. Suddenly, your browser is slow, your apps are crashing, and nothing works right, even though the problem started somewhere completely different. Okay, so now you know the signs, but what do you actually do about this? What does the research say actually works to support your gut barrier? I'm about to give you the exact protocol, including one ancient remedy that modern science just confirmed is extraordinary for tight junction integrity. Stay with me. Let's build your gut barrier support protocol. These are evidence-informed strategies I want you to consider implementing starting tomorrow. Step 1. Remove the gasoline. For a minimum of 2 weeks, significantly reduce ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and industrial seed oils. A 2022 meta-analysis in Gut Journal found these compounds are among the most potent disruptors of tight junction protein expression. You don't have to be perfect, but you do need to stop actively pouring fuel on the fire. Step 2. Feed the rebuilders. Short-chain fatty acids, specifically butyrate, are the primary fuel source for your colonocytes, the cells that make up your gut lining. Research from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health confirms that dietary fiber fermented by gut bacteria produces butyrate, which directly supports tight junction integrity. Focus on cooked and cooled resistant starch, think rice, potatoes, raw garlic, Jerusalem artichoke, and green bananas. These are among the most potent prebiotic foods in the literature. Step 3. The ancient wisdom biohack, zinc, L-carnosine, and collagen. Here's where it gets exciting. For over 1,000 years, traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic practitioners used bone broth and zinc-rich foods to support digestive resilience. Modern biochemistry has now revealed the exact molecular mechanism. Zinc is a critical cofactor for tight junction protein synthesis, specifically ZO1 and occludin, and a 2016 randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that zinc carnosine supplementation can significantly support intestinal barrier function. Collagen peptides, specifically glycine, support the connective tissue matrix of the gut mucosa. Ancient bone broths, it turns out, were delivering both compounds simultaneously. Your great-grandmother's chicken soup was functional medicine before functional medicine had a name. Additionally, Saccharomyces boulardii, a well-researched probiotic yeast, has shown in multiple peer-reviewed trials to support tight junction protein expression and help modulate gut immune response. Step 4. Circadian rhythm optimization for gut repair. This is the biohack most people completely overlook. Your gut lining regenerates itself on a circadian cycle. Research from the Salk Institute has demonstrated that time-restricted eating, consuming all meals within a consistent 8 to 10 hour window, can significantly enhance gut epithelial repair and microbial diversity. It essentially gives your gut the overnight maintenance window it's desperately asking for. The simplest version, Stop eating by 7 or 8 p.m. Get morning sunlight in your eyes within 30 minutes of waking to anchor your circadian clock. This is free, evidence based, and powerful. Now, a genuine word of caution because I care about your safety more than I care about sounding cool. If you are currently managing an autoimmune condition, inflammatory bowel disease, type 2 diabetes, or any chronic health condition, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, please bring this information to your primary care physician or a functional medicine doctor before starting any new supplement protocol. Zinc at high doses can interact with copper levels over time, and any significant dietary shift warrants a conversation with someone who knows your full health picture. This content is educational. It is not a replacement for individualized medical care. These strategies are meant to complement your healthcare team, not bypass them. Also important, if you are working to support your metabolic health, please avoid extreme caloric restriction. Severe calorie cuts can actually worsen gut barrier integrity by reducing the energy your colonocytes need to maintain tight junctions. Sustainable, nourishing eating is always the goal. Look, healing your gut is not a 72-hour cleanse. It is not a single supplement. It is a consistent, patient process of removing the harmful, adding the beneficial, and giving your body the conditions it was literally designed to thrive in. Here's what I want you to take from today. Number one, if you are experiencing unexplained food sensitivities, skin flares, or persistent brain fog, your gut barrier deserves serious attention. Number two, the standard American diet and modern lifestyle are actively working against your gut health every single day. But awareness is power. And number three, you do not need to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Start with one thing. Stop eating after 7 p.m. tonight. Add one prebiotic food to your next meal. That's it. 1% better every day. That is how transformation actually works. The science is clear. The ancient traditions knew something, and now you do too. If this changed how you think about your health, hit that like button because you're helping the algorithm get this to someone who really needs it. Subscribe if you want more evidence-based, actionable content like this every week. And honestly, share this with one person in your life who has been struggling with mystery symptoms. You might just change the trajectory of their health. I'll see you in the next one. Everything shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or health condition. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, supplement routine, or health regimen. Individual results vary, and your healthcare provider is your best partner in any wellness journey. Take care of yourself.